What's going on, everybody? J13 here. And I got, I lied a little bit. I'm going to do the wide receiver video next here, but that one's an enormous list. So that one's going to take a few minutes. So I'm going to do this one on the road. Anyway, this is going to be defensive end for the 4-3 slash 3-4 standing up outside linebackers for the NFL draft. I really like this position. It's a really fun position that has kind of morphed and grown into a very viable spot for certain players. Like the Aldon Smiths when he's not being an idiot. More on that, maybe during the offseason. You guys like Von Miller. These guys, Terrell Suggs, another player, that really made their bread and butter rushing the quarterback from a standing position as a hybrid 3-4 defensive end 4-3 defensive end, 3-4 outside linebacker, where they play the run still like a traditional 4-3 defensive end, but with them being in the 3-4, they're able to move around. So you need to have a lot of maneuverability. And some of these players that are going to be in this draft, especially in the later rounds, there's some guys that are just really amazing, kind of like Carl Bradford, like Anthony Barr and D Ford in the first rounds, that are going to be guys that you're going to see standing up and being very, very good. But of course, you're talking defensive ends. You can't talk about the number one pick probably that's going to be, barring the Texans going with Bortles, it's going to be Jadeveon Clowney. That's ridiculous. The dude's been a physical freak since he stepped day one onto South Carolina. Watching him play at I want to say I don't think it was Barnes, but it could have been Barnes High School. I remember watching him when I was stationed in Charleston. Watching him play, and just going, oh my God, that he looks like an adult already, and he's not even 18 yet. Dear God. You're just thinking, well, what is he going to do when he actually gets to play in the NFL? Well, we're going to find out really quick, because ready or not, here he comes. The biggest thing about him is that he is the most physically gifted talent at a line position since, I think, Mario Williams. And Mario Williams was just so physically gifted. That's why the Texans drafted him, which is why I think that they will go with Jadeveon Clowney, just because out of history, they've had. There's going to be tons of good quarterbacks. Later on, I think will do just fine. You don't have to, hitch your wagon to Blake Bortles if you don't believe in him, or to Johnny Manziel, or to anybody. But the guy's just an amazing, amazing athlete. Yes, does he need to work on his conditioning? Yeah, did he take plays off? Yeah, but he was also getting freaking destroyed, triple, teamed. I mean, the offensive lines for the SEC were just like, okay, stop that guy. So you got to give it up. He was also kind of protecting himself last season. The next guy that's going to come up, that's going to be right off the board too, just with him. I mean, we're talking top 5 pick, and that's Khalil Mack out of Buffalo. And my God, if it wasn't for Jadeveon Clowney in this draft, everybody would be talking about the physical gifts Khalil Mack has. Everybody would. And he's the guy that you would talk about as he comes from a small school from Buffalo, but talent will be, if you have the talent, scouts will find you. Everybody, thank God for the internet, because now everybody knows Khalil Mack's a beast, even though he's playing at Buffalo. Next guy, Anthony Barr, defensive end, going to be a 3-4 prospect. He was kind of a 3-4 prospect. I think they played a 3-4 at UCLA. So he was already 3-4 outside linebacker out of UCLA. Yes. But this guy, from what I saw, he was a disruptor. I mean, he had an innate ability to, in space, keep that left tackle from hitting him, or locking him up and keeping him from not getting to the quarterback or getting to the running back or getting to the wide receiver. I mean, the guy made plays constantly. He's gonna and he has those really big translatable skills that you see. This is why this draft is gonna be really interesting, because there's a ton of talent, and this guy is gonna get shuffled to a decent team that are gonna be really happy to have him there. With just how everything's going, especially if teams don't go quarterback crazy and they don't go. I mean, there's so many wide receivers that you could go wide receiver crazy, and he's still going to make it, top draft pick. But in the last guy that is kind of projected, depending on what mock drafts you see, people doing projections, is D Ford out of Auburn. His off the edge speed, he can hit the edge so fast. He has really good quick first, second step. Doesn't have the size to play defensive end in a 3-4 at the NFL level. So this guy's going to need to have that space to set an edge and everything. I think teams that run 3-4s are going to be looking at him really hard. Especially watch it if a team that is setting up a 3-4 or has a 3-4, they start trading down. They're going to probably trade down to get this guy because they think this guy they can get at a good value. Some of the later round guys, some of the guys more noticeably that will probably play 3-4, defensive end, or will be playing outside linebacker. Carl Bradford. I really liked how he played. He's got conversion to a Sam linebacker in a 4-3, or he's going to play outside linebacker 3-4. The guy stops the run. He's a run stuffer. I mean, him and Sutton for Arizona State were just all over people. Yes, does his hips need a little bit more working? Yes, is he a little stiff? Yeah, but for what I think teams are going to use him in, I don't think that's need him that. And then the last guy, who is the most controversial, is Michael Sam out of Missouri. This guy was SEC Player of the Year for a reason. The guy played unconscious last season, and I really hated that people are really getting on him about him coming out and everything. You know what? He's gay. Fuck, shit happens. He's gay. Nothing you can do about it. He likes dudes. He's not gonna go chase a tail in a fucking locker room, guys. He's there to play fucking football. So, do you agree with it or not? Who gives a shit? It's your opinion. It's not his. He's happy being gay. Let him be happy. I'm happy with my wife. That's good. Knock yourself out. So, those are those guys. I'm going to be coming right back doing a wide receiver video. So, Joe with the sign out.